Um, I'm Bob Blackman. I'm on the patient participation group here at the Centre Practice. But I'm talking in personal capacity because my wife uses the older people's mental health. And actually it's very good. And you mentioned every contact count, but no one asks how good it is. And I feel minded to write a letter to someone to say how different the older people's mental health is from a carer viewpoint than the adult mental health, because there's a marked change, and I suppose there needs to be because of people with memory or dementia problems who they see. But they don't ask you how good it is. And I think the NHS is guilty of not doing what Amazon always do. They say, how was this? Every time. And I think the NHS could benefit from that, rather than, you may get some complaints, obviously, but you'd also get praise where it's due. And I think that that's something that seems to be missing to me. And I wonder if Maggie, as the new chief executive of, what is it, Hampshire Partnership, CCG, you could comment on that.
No, well, I think that's a great point, and it is really nice to hear really positive experiences, because we know a lot of people have very positive experiences, and again, some of the work we've done on the big conversations show that. So people do experience good things. So, I mean, we've got some mechanisms. So we've got the family and friends test, which is around, and that is helpful, and we get good results from that. But yes, you're right. What we don't do is that every contact and ask people every time. So, no, I think that's a very good point for us as commissioners to think about and to talk to our providers about. Because actually, and we all know, don't we, when you go to the various shops and they give you a code, don't you, and there's a chance to win if you report. Well, they're so polite to you, aren't they, because they know that you're going to be reporting. So I think that process of openness would really help us, actually, and would actually also really help our staff to feel more proud about the things they do really well if there was a more positive feedback. So that's a really good point. Oh, and Sarah, do you want to say anything? Is there things going on that maybe I don't know about?
I don't think there are. I think it's a great point. I think the thing that it would give is real-time data which might indicate, for example, that there was a staffing shortage in that service because suddenly their ratings were going down. We aren't very good at that, medicines in the NHS. It requires, the reason Amazon are great at it is it requires technology, and technology requires money. But I still think it's something that we should look into with our providers, because it would give us more of a real-time feedback loop, which you get now in most other walks of life. I think we are a bit slow often in the uptake of those type of technologies.
It would also help you to monitor the performance,
yes,
good or bad.
That's what I mean, yeah, on real time.
But when you go in to see a psychiatrist or something, you come out and think, well, that was good, but there's no one who asks you to write down how good it was or put
we might
5 stars.
Survey, but that's not the same as what you're saying, is it?
How was your experience today? Was it good? Was it 5 stars or 4? Or how was the psychiatrist? Were you seen promptly? They're the simple sort of questions you could.
I think it's a great idea.
Because someone said to me in Aerodrome House, is the 18-week period to see a doctor? I said, what sort of doctor? Is it a psychiatrist or no, a GP? It's a lady. I said, no, I think you've got that wrong, Dick.
Yes.
So it also might alleviate some of the misunderstandings that the patients had by asking them simple questions when they've been to see a doctor or psychiatrist or whoever, used any of the services, good or bad. And mostly it would be good, I think. Some would be awful.
We do actually use some forms of questionnaires, both electronically, if you look from place ENT services and gynae services and cardiology services, they'll give, and there's a special form called Collaborate with a figure 8 on it, which is about patient outcomes and how they've got on, and how well the clinician has actually listened to them. So we do some of that in some of the other services that we have. We also have with Quasar, which is part of our reporting system, is the part where you can put compliments as well as complaints and significant incidences. So but it would be something that we would be wanting to try and expand a bit more on, which is because it's very important to capture that type of narrative data about the quality of services and patients and their carers.
And I think certainly going forward, as I say, in the way that we will be commissioning services, rather than buying things, so that hip replacement or that outpatient appointment things there, what we want to buy is outcomes. And of course, an outcome is, were you happy with the care that you received there? As well as, was it good? Was it effective? So I think there is certainly a desire to sort of going forward that would form part of our outcome-based sort of focus, rather than the traditional NHS bit of doing things and each widget having a cost, as David obviously obsesses about, and so hopefully, as I say, going forward, part of that new model of care, the way that we commission things there, will actually be not to buy widgets, but actually to buy outcomes. And for sure, as I say, your satisfaction with the service is a really important one of them.